Hi there, karibu tukuze matunda, and welcome again to this channel. Today I want to highlight a specific type of passion fruit that I don't know many of you are aware of this, the so-called banana passion fruit. Banana passion fruit, as you can see, this is growing wildly on the hedge, more of like the boundary. And as you can see, that's a eucalyptus tree, and it's growing effortlessly, or rather it's growing without much effort. And I don't know if I can be able to capture some of the shots here. See those fruits hanging there? See? Very many fruits. I'm not sure whether my camera can be able to. Yes, you can see. That is high up there. So banana passion fruit is one of the easiest passion fruit that you can grow, especially if you come from high elevation area. In the background you can see this beautiful forest, right? See that? So we are at the edge of the Aberdare forest, and as you can see, there's a passion, the purple passion orchard that is growing here. So they tend to grow very easily, and if you go to that forest, I can bet you'll come across very many vines that are growing wildly there without much effort. So when I was growing up, I grew up in Nyandarua. Nyandarua is one of the counties in Kenya, very chilly, cold, high elevation and stuff like that, bordering the Aberdare ranges. What you're seeing there, that's part of the Aberdare ranges. And this particular fruit grows very well. And I remember in my earlier days, to just plant it, and for it, once it finds a hedge or a tree, you can see it continues to grow and grow, and you can see this one has gone up to, that's like 15 feet of 20 feet, right? And no one feeds these vines, and I'm just trying to see if I can trace where the stem is, but the other climbers here, so it's hard to really trace the mother vine, but it's very well established, and I'm telling you, the fruits tend to be very sweet. You can just Google banana passion and you'll be able to see when they fully ripen, they tend to be yellow in color, right? They and for me, I remember growing up, I used to eat them, especially when I would go and graze my father's cattle in the forest. We kept on foraging fruits. And this was one of the many fruits that you'd find there. So the birds tend to be the major agents of spreading, or rather, there's a scientific name, or rather, when the birds feed on the fruit, this particular one, as you can see, has already turned color. I just collected it here, but the ones that have well matured, they tend to have a smooth and even yellow color. So the birds tend to feed them, and when they feed on them, they go and disperse the seeds. So that's how these vines keep on spreading from one place to the other. If you take a closer look here, You can see the beautiful flower hanging, and if you can see there, there's a hive. So with bees, meaning that pollination is taking place. Look at that beautiful flower there. I don't know what color that is. Is it pink? I'm not sure. Or baby pink. I've had various variation of pink. I don't know. It's pink. I don't know. It's not red, but it's there. You can tell which color that is. It's not red, but that's how the flower looks like. And the fruit, you can see this particular one here. This has just started forming, so the flower section is going to fall down and you'll be left with something like this, and they keep on growing and growing, and eventually once they're ready, then you can harvest. This particular one here is almost ready, but I prefer to pick them when they have completely turned color. And you have to be lucky because the birds are equally very good at spotting the ones that are already ripe. So that you can read more about banana passion fruit. Of course, the origin of this here is South America, in the mountainous areas, and it grows very well here in high altitude areas. So I can bet in that forest you're seeing there, there must be very many vines, thanks to the birds, right? Yeah, and commercially I've seen in our country hawkers this fruit. I haven't seen any farmer growing them commercially, but I think there is a probability, or rather this can be explored further. So I did collect some few seeds, and I want to go and grow some seedlings and see if I can be able to establish this in my Tumaini orchard. There's already one growing wildly there, which I never planted, but I want to see if I can do some proper support system and grow them. You don't need to spray, no much effort that is put. So this could be one of the fruits that can earn you money without, don't need to worry about spraying and stuff like that. It just grows and grows well. So I'm looking forward to just establishing a few that I'm going to train to ensure that they're growing. So if you come from these high altitude areas, if you're near the mountains, because this is purely a mountainous kind of a fruit, you know, talk of high elevation areas, so this should be one of the fruits that you should be growing in your fruit or in your orchard. I hope you've learned something, and I envy the birds here. They seems to be having a field day here. All the yellow ones, the ones that have turned color, have already been identified by the birds, and you can see those ones are up there. The downside of this is that if you leave it on your, there's a hedge, you have to prune it. Otherwise, you can already see this particular cypress tree has been overpowered because they tend to grow very fast, and also the weight. So you can see that tree is already struggling. So for those ones who grow fruits commercially, then you need a bit of training and pruning. Or you can just establish a trellis system where you can, just allow them to be. So thank you so much, and next time you're in your local market, check for banana passion fruit. Asante.